Hello and welcome to the Spit Shit Podcast. This is the podcast where we spit shit and talk about topics that are somewhat relevant. Today, we're not talking about relevant topics though. I've got one of my good friends, Josh, in. Say hello.
Hey, how you doing? Dude, it's weird having the camera there.
It's very weird. Like, the first episode, I don't know if you noticed, but like me and Jesse were like talking and then we'll just go...
Yeah, dude, yeah,
just
I know.
look at the camera.
Yeah.
How's it going, guys? In today's episode... we're pretty much just going to be interrogating Josh, asking about his life and what he's got going for him at the moment. If you didn't know, which I'm sure some of you might not, Josh actually hosts his own podcast. It is the Hardly Famous podcast.
Yeah, that's right.
Which I've actually been a guest on myself, and it was an absolute pleasure.
And that's why I was so happy to come along and do this today. And like I was saying, that's why it's weird. It's weird having the camera there. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm so used to just... I don't know. I find it easier when you've just got the microphone because you're not...
You don't have that extra added pressure.
Yeah, and it's all about the audio. So it's like it's a bit easier to, you know, if you've got your notes there, you can sort of focus on that. All you're doing is making sure what people are listening to is good. And that's sort of what I'm used to. So it's weird.
New experiences. It's the first time
it's
for
good
everything.
Though. It's good though.
It's almost like a porno, essentially, the way the camera's set up.
Yeah.
It's great. Just like in every episode, we've got a hot sauce at the end of every episode. Today, we have got a hot sauce called Wanz's Wicked Temptation. Probably can't see that, but that's all right. It's got a Scoville rating of 2 million, which is 500,000 more than what we had last week.
Shit.
Yeah.
See, yeah, that really makes me nervous because I'm like a big advocate of like they should have a warning on like, you know, the mee goreng chili.
Yeah.
That needs to come with a warning, man. Like I enjoy my chili.
Yeah.
But my tolerance, I've got no tolerance. So this
is going to be interesting.
This should be good.
Fun fact, this is the hottest one you can buy in Australia without having to sign a form. So...
Wow.
There you go.
And I can't handle noodles.
So. This is going to be a good time. Okay. All right. Let's get straight into the questions then. Okay. The first topic I've got written down here is about your taste in music.
Yeah.
Which I've got written down as drum and bass and house music.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
Yeah.
I just want to know what entices you so much about the music.
Yeah, it's really funny because like I don't know if you know, but I play guitar. Like, I'm a guitarist by trade.
Yes.
So a lot of that sort of music that I write personally is how would you even put it? It's not like love songs, but you know, like the traditional just guitar style.
I've got you.
Just nice, simple music that, like nice, easy, like chords and lyrics and stuff like that. But then, so that's the music I write. But then the music I listen to that I actually enjoy is like really, really hard drum and bass and stuff like that. And it's like
it's a bit of
two extremes.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Two very different extremes. What entices? Is it just because you play and you know your acoustic guitar?
Acoustic,
electric. Is it because you play that kind of slower music that when you listen to it, you kind of want more of an upbeat kind of?
I honestly think it's just like I've always been a musically driven person. So regardless of genres and stuff like that, just anything to do with music, I absolutely love. I love like even just going away from genres, breaking down music to like the maths of music. So the actual how songs work. So like for example, like you can have music in 4/4, so that's four bars, blah blah blah. You can have like just all the intricate stuff about it, down from the mathematics to the genres. I'll listen to them predominantly. Okay. I still wouldn't say it's my favorite. Like I couldn't, I definitely couldn't pinpoint. If someone said, "What's one genre you would listen to for the rest of your life?" That's the only thing you can listen to.
Yeah, okay.
I can't answer that.
I don't think anyone could answer that.
No, and even if you could, for someone like me, it's just I I enjoy all aspects of it. And like even when I was a young kid, I remember my nana taking me to this play called The Pirates of Penzance. So it's like a pirate musical.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the music for that.
I could imagine so, yeah.
And this little kid, I can't even remember how old I was, but I loved it. Like I enjoyed it. She still tells the story. Like he was just sitting there, so encapsulated.
Yeah.
This young little kid, and she couldn't believe it. So
Were you playing music at that point as well?
No, I was too young to even play music then. So it was just weird for a kid to really just be so focused on something like that. And so it wasn't until year 4 first started playing guitar, and that's when I was sort of like, okay, I'm actually pretty good at this. I'm picking it up a lot quicker than anyone else is. Even the guitar teacher was like, yeah, no, like you got it. You know what I mean? It's like, not saying I'm a superstar, but you know how some people, they have it or they don't.
Correct, yeah. I know exactly what you mean, yeah.
So, it was just one of those things, just picked it up and...
Kind of reminds me, I can't remember what the title of the movie is, but it's about this orphan kid. He's never played an instrument before in his life. He just had a knack for the drums, say, for example. I think that was the first instrument he played, just had a knack for it. And it sounds a bit similar for yourself, how you just not knew how to play it straight away, but you found it easy to...
I think it's that understanding.
Yeah.
Like, I still obviously have heaps of music to learn and stuff like that, and I do. There's plenty of pieces where I might, struggle a little bit in the learning phase, but eventually you get it. But it's
as does everybody.
Oh yeah, but I think it's that initial understanding of the concept that not everyone's got. Everyone knows music. They listen to music. Only a handful of people can really, like, say, sit down, listen to a piece, and be like, all right, I'll figure it out. Just nut it out. Give me an hour, and I'll eventually work it out. Whereas other people will be like, give me a sheet of music, and I'll sight read it.
I'm a bit like that myself.
Yeah, exactly.
I do play guitar.
Yep.
I'm not the best player by all means. I played guitar when I was younger. I was really good when I was young, and then when I hit about how old was I been? About 12, 13.
Yep.
I stopped playing because I thought it wasn't cool to play guitar.
Really? Okay.
Just like I stopped playing Pokemon. But then, exactly the same with Pokemon. I found my love back for it.
Yeah.
And the last few years, I want to say probably 2-3 years, I've self-taught myself how to play again, but just not at the level I ever was.
Yeah,
which kind of sucks. But it's okay. It's all a learning curve at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You get better and better.
Yeah.
Okay. So, obviously, your love for music is... gonna have your love for sound production as well.
Oh yeah,
we spoke about it on your podcast, but I want to get a more elaborate side of it from yourself, just because from as long as I've known you for how long, maybe a couple years now. About a couple years. Oh, you speak so passionately about it. You know?
It's definitely one of those things. Like if you had to, like people always say, if do a job, or what is it? If you do something you love, you never work a day in your life.
Correct, yeah.
The only thing I can honestly say, if I was to do it as a job, I would be, over the moon to get up every day and do it. Is just anything to do with audio, like audio engineering, or even, this whole radio angle that I want to go in.
Yeah, I actually had that noted down here as well.
but again, I'm so fascinated, like, obviously, I want to be an on-air personality, but I'm so fascinated in the behind the scenes of how the technology works.
Yeah.
That's why I loved, like, even with my podcast, even just the setup and set down. I love that. Yeah. I don't know. There's something I just geek out about it, knowing what has to go where, the signal flow, just how it all works, how it all comes together. I love that. And I did a couple months SAE in town, which is basically, it's sort of like uni for audio engineering.
Okay.
And that was brilliant, being able to go into their studios, and again they talk about signal flow and stuff like that, and just how just like the tips and tricks of like the behind the scenes of whether it's producing an album, even just recording a vocal, something as simple as that, the equipment used, like I'm
gonna put that on silent, sorry guys.
Yeah.
Continue going.
But yeah, and like, I don't know. It's just like weird. I don't know. It's one of those things.
It's like an obsession.
Yeah. And it's you'll never be able to learn everything.
Of course,
there's no one textbook that teaches you from start to finish. And again, that's what I love about it, because with technology, we've gone from suddenly a computer the size of a room down to our phones would be stronger than half the computers out there at the moment.
It's so crazy to think of.
And it's the same thing with audio engineering and music. Suddenly you can, if you know what you're doing, you technically can make an award-winning piece of music on a laptop. Yes, you need the right programs and stuff like that. Regardless, this is one bit of equipment, and you can do it if you know what you're doing. Whereas back in the day, they were recording on tape. You had a certain amount of takes because the tape's only so big. It was expensive. Like all this stuff suddenly boiled down to you can do it all in the palm of your hands.
Yeah.
What's next? Like it's just it's never ending.
It's ever growing, which is the same as film as well. 100%. That's something I'm passionate about myself is film, as I'm sure you're aware as well. Yeah. Absolutely love it. Just everything about it. The way you geek out about sound is the way I geek out about movies.
It's such a beautiful thing because it really like it's just cool to know. Like that's your passion.
Of course,
that is just something, and it's so good. Like I talk to people, I watch your passion. I don't know. Like I feel bad for you.
Same.
What's that like?
Yeah.
Just not. I don't. Yeah.
Ever since. Oh, how old? I've always loved movies, man. You know, absolutely always loved them with my heart. Didn't actually realize this what I wanted to do as a career until I was about 19 years old.
Yeah.
Because at uni, before I was studying film and media, I was studying computer science.
Yeah.
And it was the worst fucking year of my life, man. I couldn't think of anything. Like I look back at that now, couldn't think of anything worse. Like nothing could be worse than that year. That's how bad. 2020, better than that year.
Shit.
Yeah, it was so
that bad.
That bad. Like I did not enjoy it. And halfway through the years when I dropped out, and I remember telling mum and dad, they're like, "Oh, you're dropping out of uni. What are you going to do now?" And I was like, "I want to make movies. That's what I want to do." And they're like, "Oh, come on, be realistic." But I think what? At the end of the day, if you have a passion for it and you keep working hard for what you want, you will get there eventually.
Exactly. And not even just that, but, you know, especially our age group, I think it's very relatable. Everyone can relate. Like, growing up the way we have with technology and stuff, it really is not crazy to say, I'm going to be a professional gamer. Yeah. If you're good enough, of course you can.
Of course,
we know that. Yeah. It's been done. Whereas for people growing up in the 70s,
they can't fathom that.
Or and you can't blame them for it.
Of course.
But you just sort of, it's up to you to work your way around that. And you can't blame them for having the mindset of, well, I was pretty much, you know, I had aspirations that were never even possible. So I had to work a 9-to-5 job that I hated just to bring you up. Yeah. And that you're telling me you want to do this. You can understand it, but at the same time, it's completely different eras.
It is.
And it has a massive impact on just knowing more about yourself and what you want to do.
You can even see it in the way, I'm bringing it back to film, of course, but you can even see it in the way film's gone and it's progressed and everything like that. So you find these days, all your younger directors, say for example, like Christopher Nolan is in his 40s or whatever he is, and then you have like
Damien. Is he that old?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And then you have like Damien Chazelle, who's like 33 or whatever he is. They're making some of the best movies because they have all these fresh ideas that probably wouldn't have been thought of back then, or if they were thought of, they didn't have the capability to do it.
That's right. And again, you bring up a really, really good point. I'm sure you would have experienced through school being pressured into, okay, you're coming into year 12, you've got to start thinking about what you're doing after school.
Yep.
You know, us as kids, you know, we're in year 12 just turning 18, you know, around that age group. In a way, we're sort of expected to go, all right, I need to plan my life.
Yeah.
I need to... And I was pretty much told that. What do you want to do at uni to set you up for life?
That was exactly the same as me.
I don't know. Well, guess what? I don't know is not an answer.
Yeah.
You know, and I was pretty much told choose something. And again, I did, a couple months of graphic design because I enjoyed using Photoshop.
Yeah.
It wasn't my passion. Yeah. That was the only thing that uni offered me that I was remotely interested in.
Yeah.
Like, I was still enjoying music, but I didn't want to... I don't know. It was my pastime thing. I didn't want it to become work.
That's more of something for you.
Yeah. So again, I was like, all right, I'll do graphic design. Dude, it was the worst thing ever. Like, I was literally just coming up with excuses not to go. It was shit.
Well, that was literally me at uni. I shouldn't... Mum and Dad are going to fucking kill me for saying this now.
Switch off now.
I used to tell my family, oh yeah, I'm just going to uni. Yeah. And I'd go for a walk down to the beach and just get like a coffee and just chill at the beach for like 4 hours.
You'd do anything not to go.
Oh yeah.
And that's what I mean. It's no surprise that with those directors, it's taken that long for them to finally... Even if it's just that one idea, that whatever it is, their whole life, all the mistakes or everything has led up to that, and it's paid off.
And the crazy thing is, Christopher Nolan's new movie, I don't know if you've seen it. We spoke about it on the last episode.
I had to skip it.
You had to skip it?
Because you said spoilers. I was like, I'm not doing that.
Done.
Christopher Nolan,
hands down, he is my favorite director.
Dude,
Love the man. I won't say any spoilers because obviously evidently you haven't seen it. It's such an outrageous idea.
Yeah,
you do know,
which
do
is
know
what
the
I love.
concept about it.
I know the concept, and that's what I love. If you show me a movie that I can enjoy the first time, but not understand it,
and enjoy it another 10 times.
That's what I mean. It's like don't ask how I know this, but the definition of, say, the perfect video game is it's simple to play and very difficult to master.
Exactly.
I feel like his movies, not that they're easy to watch, but they're easy to enjoy just because his cinematography, his use of everything. Dude, it makes me juicy. I love it.
You will get a little boner about the sound in this movie. It's fucking crazy. The scores in this is insane. I'll spoil this little part for you. It's nothing about the story. It's about the sound.
Okay.
Have a listen to it, which I'm sure you will anyway. Some of the sounds are actually played in reversed.
Okay.
Which fits the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
And like,
it just works?
It just works.
Yeah.
So perfectly.
And that's why I love the duo of Christopher Nolan and Hans Zimmer. It is literally like just the perfect combo.
Hans Zimmer didn't do this one.
Yeah, I did realise that. Yeah. But I'm sure of it. Yeah, it would still be amazing.
It's still amazing.
Because, again, it comes down to him knowing what he wants and not taking any other answer except for this is how we're going to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't know if you've seen much behind the scenes of Interstellar.
I definitely have.
And how he was just like, he not refuses to use CGI, but it's like...
as little as possible.
Yeah, and it's just like, what else can we do? Stuff it. Let's go back to basics. Miniatures. And apparently he was told it's going to blow your budget. Doesn't matter. This is what I want because this is the only way it's going to look the way it needs to. And holy shit, did it pay off.
Dude, the man is a fucking genius.
Yeah,
like,
he just gets it.
If I can direct a movie that is half as good as any of his movies...
If it can be compared to something he's done, like...
I will... Yeah. I think I'd break down and cry. I don't know what I'd be able to do. Now... Moving on a little bit from sound, I'm sure we'll mention it a bit later on as well.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. Moving on from it a little bit. Now, our good friend, Mitch, he's just told me some of your interests. And some of them they've confused me a little bit. So I just want a little bit more of an elaboration.
Okay, all right, let's dive in.
He said bowling.
Bowling? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then in brackets, it's indoor. I want to know, is this lawn bowling or actual bowling?
Oh, yeah. So this is good. Okay. So this is 10-pin bowling. This is a juicy little secret. Not many people know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this is good. Yeah, so when was it? Yeah, because I lived in Perth for a couple of years. Just finished year 4 here in Adelaide, and then we moved to Perth, and that's when I first... I can't even remember exactly how it happened, but I know we were down at the bowling alley and just somehow got into doing like casual like league bowling down there. So you were playing for the club essentially, but I was still super young. Like it wasn't anywhere near what it. Like, I don't know if you've seen proper like PBA bowling.
I have not.
Okay, all right,
that's why I'm so interested.
Yeah. No, this is good. Anyway, yes, I came back to Adelaide. Met up with a couple of friends. Like couldn't even tell you how old I was, but a lot older. Probably maybe like year 9, 10.
Okay.
And then decided to get back into it again, and because I was that little bit older, I knew what I was doing. And so this was like, you go and play footy every Sunday morning.
This was Sunday morning.
You head down to the lanes and you play 3 games against different teams. So so I play for Woodville. So I think all the Woodville Strikers versus like all the different suburbs. Like it was hilarious.
Okay,
wear the team colours. So it's literally like it's a sport. Yeah,
right.
You're just 10-pin bowling, but the difference is because everyone said, "Oh, well, bowling's not a sport." And that's your first thing of like, doing it at parties. Like,
if I do bowling, I'm going to go to a party, probably, especially these days, probably get pissed off my head.
Get smashed, throw a ball at some pins. And fair enough too. But when you're doing it seriously, and this comes down to the nitty gritty, right? Okay. So instead of hiring shoes, you've got to have your own.
Okay.
And it gets even more technical because the ones I had, you could actually change the soles and like the foot pads. So
Okay.
if you were to get on the approach,
Yeah.
so the lead up, and
Yeah.
go, okay, my lead foot's gripping a little bit.
Yeah.
Change out your sole. So okay, that's a bit better. So you could.
You just judge it and
You're
wow.
adjusting to the lanes because every lane was different.
Okay.
And then again with the lanes, you've got different oil patterns. So it's not like they just lay down oil and you bowl.
Okay.
So there's if you watch the PBA, which is the Professional Bowlers Association,
Yeah.
and it's huge in America.
Okay.
By the way, no one knows this. The number one bowler in the world is an Aussie,
Really?
Jason Belmonte. No one talks about him. And
Didn't
he's
even
a
know.
fucking legend.
I didn't even know it was like, what? Okay.
Yeah. So, but again, yeah, and then the actual bowling balls you use, everyone would know just your urethane ones that you just like walk down the aisles trying to find one that fits your fingers. Like right, everyone knows that.
Okay. Yeah. Of course.
When you get your own, you basically in the ball. Mm-hmm. I think they're called asymmetrical because they're weighted in a certain position.
Yeah.
That when you drill the holes for it and you throw it a certain way and put spin on it, it actually hooks. So instead of just going dead straight at the pins,
Yeah.
you're basically lining up on the arrows, blah blah blah, and you're throwing it at an angle. So it's basically whipping around trying to hit the pocket. So there's a lot of science to
shit.
it. And again,
Okay.
that's where the oil pattern comes into play. Because if I know I'm playing on a heavy oil pattern, I want a ball that's going to turn as much as possible. I need to stand in different it gets so technical, and that's why they have like the PBA in America. Like top prize is like $500,000. And like prizes like that, like there's huge money in it.
Why
And
am I getting into
dude?
bowling?
It's televised. They play it at Las Vegas. Like it's massive.
Really?
Not in Australia though. Like it's
Interesting.
really not that known. And
Yeah. Didn't even know it was a thing.
Yeah,
I was not expecting this answer.
yeah, like
I was not. I was expecting because I know there's lawn bowling clubs,
lawn bowls. Yeah, I've definitely
Yeah.
dabbled in lawn bowls.
and
yeah.
I've dabbled in lawn bowls as well. I think everybody's dabbled in lawn bowls. I didn't realize there was a full competition in
Shit,
SA
yeah,
for
like it's
it.
huge, and it'll go from playing club nights on Fridays to every Sunday, which is like
Do you have like training sessions as well?
training. Always go
Wow.
to training.
Yeah, right.
And then it goes up to state. So I played for the state.
Did you?
Got to go to Sydney and play for the state, represent
Fuck
South
me.
Australia. I
Holy
did shit,
shit.
but it was pretty cool. We actually, where they had the tournament,
Yeah.
was the guy who owned it is the father of Jason Belmonte. So we got to meet
Okay.
him and like super geeky moment. Like looking back, it's a
Dude.
guilty pleasure, but still,
Everyone's going to have that moment.
Yeah,
there. Like,
it was-
when I eventually go to England,
Yeah.
and go to Old Trafford, Manchester United's
Yeah,
home ground,
yeah.
I'm going to walk around the whole time with the biggest fucking smile
Oh,
on
exactly,
my face.
yeah.
And I feel like that you were probably the same
Yeah.
yourself with that as well.
It was just such a surreal moment.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy
it's-
to think
it's
about.
Crazy time.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's when I met Justin Westhoff, footy player, Port Adelaide.
yeah.
It was I was starstruck. The guy,
It's weird, isn't it?
He walked past me. I was like, "Oh, Justin, like, how's it going, man?" And he's like, "Yeah, good." And I didn't know what to say after that.
Yeah,
and you just
because it's like I've seen you before.
I've seen you before, but out there, not next
it's like,
to me.
like, you are a human.
Yeah.
Like, you're a real person, just doing what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's so weird to see him in person.
It's crazy. Speaking about your sporting interests and stuff like that, Mitch has also mentioned to me amateur footy. You
Yeah.
want to start back up?
Got to sign up.
Got to sign up.
Yep.
Have you had a look at any teams?
Whatever one's closest.
Whatever. Because I've been thinking about joining a footy as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've just joined a soccer team. Though,
Yeah.
And I'm really enjoying it.
Yeah.
But for I think how many years? I reckon the last since I stopped playing footy when I was 18.
Yeah.
The whole fucking since then, I'm gonna go back and play footy.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go back and play
I
footy.
don't know. Like I was saying to you a couple of weekends ago, it was.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I came out and saw you guys playing club sport.
Yeah.
I don't know. Something just clicked inside me. I was like, I really miss this.
It's when you get the win.
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
the boys just celebrate.
You get that dub.
It's
You've earned
such
her.
a-
Everyone gets
Oh
around.
man, it's so
I know,
good.
I
Last
know.
weekend, we're pretty much kind of playing for the league, right? Unfortunately, we didn't win it. We won the game,
Yeah.
but the other team we needed to lose won as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But after the game, we were all the whole team was just hanging around. We were just drinking beers, and we were just like, "Fuck, if we win the league, this is going to go off, and we're all going to get smashed and going to have to walk home because we both drove home." But just moments like that, man. Like, just
Oh, yeah.
I miss I've done boxing quite a lot of my
Yep.
life as well. nothing is better than a team sport.
No, and again, I miss that aspect of doing it because I used to play footy ages ago, but it's also the fitness side of things as well.
Man.
Like it's just so good for your physical health, but your mental health as well.
Of course, man.
Like, because
as soon as you start any form of sport in general, any form of fitness, your mental health just is amazing
definitely.
after it, man.
I think especially as well with a team sport, it's like you're getting out there and you're giving that goal of like this is what we need to achieve a win. But obviously, it's not the be all end all, but no one's going out there to go, let's just have fun.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You're there to fucking
wanna
win. You're there to win.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's really good just in life in general. It's that sort of...
You want to be the best.
Playing a game of football is like an unconscious signal to you as a person of, in this life, have a goal and achieve it.
Exactly.
I know that sounds so corny and cheesy, but
it's true.
But you know what I mean?
It's
Yeah. Even
true.
as something as simple as getting out with a group of people and playing a sport.
Yeah.
You're there to achieve a goal.
Yeah.
You're there... You're in amongst it. You know what you want. You're doing it.
Yeah.
I think it's so much easier to be in that environment, come away from it, have an issue, and then overcome that issue.
Yeah, of course.
Than you would to not have that team environment, because then it's like you don't really have that motivation to, I guess. So
it's so true, man.
you know, that's why I think it'd be so good to get back out. So I've started my preseason.
Oh, have you?
Which it's
You
gone
know
down
what?
to the oval for just shots at goal like a couple of days a week.
Yeah.
Even then, it's a bit of a struggle. So I know I need that preseason.
My first game back, because this is my first year back playing soccer since I was 17 years old. Right?
Yeah, right.
So it's been quite a fucking while. And obviously I'm not as fit as I used to be as well. I weigh probably about 15 kilos more than what I used to back then. I went out for the first training session. I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. Like, didn't do too much running or anything like that. I'm a goalkeeper, by the way.
Yeah.
So it's not like I do much running anyway. After my first game, I was fucked.
Yeah.
Bro, I did one save and I was...
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
So tiring. I didn't realise. Like, I obviously I knew how tiring it was because I've done it for like 90% of my life. But I didn't remember how tiring it was.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I
right.
mean?
And it's like when your body's not used to being in that. Yeah, like you said, you're not physically moving the whole game.
Yeah.
But those short bursts of energy, it takes up 100%.
It happened on Saturday. Literally, I didn't really make a save the whole game. There wasn't much for me to do, really. But the last 3 minutes, right, they've got a 1-on-1 shot, and I've just like dived and saved it. And then I went to one of their players, so I've had to run back into the fucking goal.
It's like
save that one.
Your job's not over.
And the job's not over. And then after I saved that, I had to go for the follow-up again as well.
Yeah.
And after that, I've kicked the ball out as far as I could after that. I'm standing in goals. Fuck.
Yeah, and that must be so hard as well as a goalkeeper.
Yeah, man.
Because it's literally, it's between you and the game, essentially, if it comes down to it. But it's like, you know, you're the last line of defense. Everyone else can do their bit, but then it's up to you. So it's not like you can save one and go, I saved a good one.
Yeah.
You know,
if you let the next 5 in, you know what I mean?
What more do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You have to keep going.
Exactly.
So that energy.
People think keeper's the easiest position. I've played...
Really?
Yeah, I've played all positions.
I definitely
don't. It's not.
No.
I've played every
way.
position on the pitch besides wingers because I've never been fit enough to play as a winger. Keeper's the hardest position to play.
Yeah.
Because you have your whole team yelling at you when the ball's coming towards you. Keeper, run out and grab it. I'm like, it's nowhere near me. I'm not going to run out and grab it.
Yeah, exactly.
But anyway, off the sports topic now, and back to sound production.
Okay.
I told you we were going to come back to it.
We've done a full loop.
We've done a full loop. There's not really much of a structure in this podcast. I don't know if you can tell.
That's good.
We just kind of
It's a spit shit. We literally just...
We just spit shit. Whatever comes to your head, you say it. Unless
like it.
it's not racist, because we are not racist here. Anyway, back to the point. DJing. Now, I didn't know this about you, but you used to DJ or still do DJ?
I know what I'm doing.
You know what you're doing?
I definitely wouldn't say I'm a DJ, so to speak, but yeah, pretty much. Again, with the whole musical thing, getting into like my drum and bass and house and stuff like that. As anyone does, you eventually start to realize, well, we're going to clubs to listen to this music.
Yeah.
what's that guy doing up there?
Yeah.
What's that DJ doing? How's he actually doing it? What's happening? Again, the geek in me went, okay, well, what's he using?
I want to
First off, what equipment is he using? So I started getting into obviously DJ equipment, CDJs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And again, you do, as a kid, you look, okay, the best of the best are using $5,000 equipment, and you slowly work your way down to something you can afford.
Yep. Similar to what I've done here for this.
Yeah,
you know,
you just make work what you've got.
Yeah,
like you just use what you've got.
Yeah, exactly right.
And so the first bit of kit I picked up was this little I can't even remember the name of it. It was this little DJ mixer thing, like all built in one. Literally, just plug into your computer, download a free program. Super dodgy. But yeah, that was the first bit of kit that I just learnt the basics on.
Yep.
And the fun thing about DJing, you learn the basics on something as simple as that, and you can instantly transfer it to the bigger equipment. And it's a good way of learning, because once you have the basics, that's when you can be like, all right, I want to do this.
Yeah.
You start learning what you want to do.
Yep.
I can't do it on this bit of kit. I can do it on this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's when you slowly progress up. You start learning more and more of the features. That's why I think it's good. Like, if you were to just gift someone interested in DJing the best equipment, they would know how to use it, but they wouldn't, like, you could tell them all the features. What do you do with that?
How to use it.
Yeah. I think it's so important to take it back to learn the basics, but you yourself have to come up with, all right, I want to achieve this. Yeah. And then you find out how to do it. Yeah. Not just, I know this feature does this. Yeah. I'll eventually use it. Yeah. That's no good.
You know what? It's similar with me in everything I do here. Photoshop, I am so fucking shit at Photoshop. Or I was so fucking shit at Photoshop. Slowly, the more I use it, I'm getting better at it.
Yeah, exactly.
And same with film editing. Obviously, I'm pretty decent with like editing and all that kind of stuff. I study it, so I have to be not too shit at it. And like the more you just practice on like the shitter softwares, when you go to the better softwares,
and it's honestly like a game where it's like you max out a character to the point where you need some sort of ability to achieve the next level. So you. Like it's like you take it to that limit and then you go to the next stage. Yeah. There's no point in just jumping through without the inventory to use that equipment and stuff like that in terms of learning and stuff like that.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, with the whole DJing thing, that's how I first sort of got into it, and then eventually.
Someone's having a party out there. I don't know if you guys can hear that, probably. Anyway, sorry, continue what you were saying.
Yeah. So I just started recording a few mixes and stuff like that. Yeah. And then through Mitchell working at clubs most of his career. Just hanging out with like-minded people. Just seeing what they did as well. Because I was the only real, like, I predominantly did like drum and bass. That was my main thing. I just knew how to work out these little tweaks and stuff and just make it sound good. So that was my main thing. But then most of the HQ guys did like completely different genres. Yeah,
like for example, my cousin Reese. I don't know. Have you ever met him before?
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, of course. I don't mind his music. You know, it's especially.
I got nothing against it.
Yeah, I mean, what is released lately, I've actually been quite enjoying. Yeah. It's not necessarily my type of music that I listen to, but I can definitely get around it.
Oh, 100%.
And of course, I'm going to support him. He's my family.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, I don't really have a choice at the end of the day.
Got a moral obligation.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty decent. And I think now
again on that, back down to DJing, that sort of music is. It's the same, but it's different. Like there's just little techniques and ways of shifting through songs that differs from drum and bass to house to blah blah blah. Like it really is an intricate. It's an intricate, like art form. I guess.
I mean, it is art.
Yeah,
and at the end of the day, it's art. And actually, speaking of art now,
okay.
I've got another little tip from Mitch here. You love the art of cards.
You mean cardistry?
Yeah, cardistry. That's what I mean. Yeah. Now, I'm also a bit confused about this.
You're pulling out the full stops here.
Yeah, man. Jesus. Bro, I told you. We're interrogating you today. This isn't...
I've got the spotlight on me.
Yeah, bro, 100%. Look at that shit. It's bright as, and it's making me sweat. But anyway, I've got written down here, cards. So is this like poker? Is this what you mean? But is this what you mean by cards, or just cards in general?
This is honestly everything. Everything about cards, down to poker.
Yep.
Love my poker. It's the best card game ever invented for so many different reasons. That could be a whole podcast in itself.
Yeah. And the thing is, I've played poker once in my life.
Yeah, right.
And you know what? I did fucking shit.
Yeah.
So
it's such all right. Let's touch on poker for a little bit. It's such a. I don't even know how to put it.
It's very complex.
It's complex. It's definitely, it becomes complex.
Yeah.
It's one of those games where you first obviously start off with just the initial rules. How do you play the game in terms of, 2 cards each?
Yep.
You've got your community cards, so the board, your flop, river, blah, blah, blah. That's just learning how to play it, and then obviously what hands are good. So
I'm back.
And that just comes practice, just remembering. And again, it's reasonably easy to pick it up. So obviously, if you've got 2 of the same number, it's a pair. If you've got 2 of the same, what is it, like hearts and stuff like that. Yeah. So you're just making pairs and triples, and then you can do straights. So like ace 2, 3, 4, 5, ace, jack. What is it? Ace 10, jack, queen, king. Yeah. Stuff like that. So there's different hands. Put that all aside, and then you get down to like the real nitty gritty of poker. So you can go from, now that you know how to play, let's learn position betting. So there's obviously, you've got under the gun. Yeah, so it literally go, if it's me and say a couple other people, I'm under the gun, position 2, 3, 4, and then let's say someone's small blind, big blind. Yeah. So that would make me under the gun. So that positioning should, if you know what you're doing, influence how you're betting. Okay. So it's a whole nother level. And then on top of that, you've got, I'm going to watch how you're betting. And that's going to dictate what I do. Again, comes down to position. And there's so many different levels. If you watch any of like the WSOP or the pro poker stuff, like they talk about it. It's so
crazy to me, because that one night I played poker, I went all in on my first hand. Yeah. And I lost it all. Yeah. Lucky Jesse, as we both know Jesse. He gave me some of his cash because he felt bad for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we weren't playing for money, because obviously it was mine and Anthony's first time playing poker. We'd never played it before. And it was just an interesting experience, because me and Anthony would just be looking at each other like, all in? Yeah. And we'd be like, all in. And we would go all in. And I won one of them once, and I got Anthony out.
and that's the thing. It's so funny. Me knowing what I'm doing, playing someone, say like you, that just doesn't have the core concepts. Yeah. Most of the time, you will win based off luck. Yeah. Literally, just the luck of the draw.
Beginner's luck.
Because again, that's where it comes. The more you know about it, the less you're playing the cards. Yeah. So you're essentially, I'm trying to get all the chips before all the cards come out. Yeah. As in, like, all the community cards. Yeah. Because that's when it comes down to, literally, statistically, who's got the best hand. Whereas, if I can use my position to influence you to go, nah, he's got it unfolding, suddenly it's got nothing to do with the cards.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Okay. You could be sitting there with the best hand, but purely because of my confidence in my betting, or just for whatever reason, you're going, I don't think I've got it, and fold. Right. You know what I mean? Okay. You, with the best hand, you should have been the winner. Yeah. And you're not.
Because
that's why poker's the best game in the world.
Yeah, right. Okay.
You can literally be the winner of the game and lose everything.
That's fucked.
Like, that's just how many levels that. That's why I love poker.
That's crazy. That's fucking nuts, man.
That's why I love it. If you can invest some time into it,
I will. I'll download an app on my phone, and next time we speak, I'm gonna be the best fucking poker player in the world.
The WSOP's got a free app.
Oh, does it?
I think they teach you a bit about it, but that's the best way to play.
Okay.
And it just
I'll become the best poker player in the world.
Core concepts and stuff. But again with cards, like, everything about them, like cardistry. Yeah. So like, I guess it technically is like magic trick and stuff like that, but it's more like the intricate shuffles. And
I can shuffle, like, you know how you do the thing and then you do the bridge.
I can
do that. Yeah. And because there was a time in my life where I was obsessed with what's his fucking name now? The magician. Oh, he's really famous.
heaps.
Not David Blaine. The other
Chris Angel.
Yeah, Chris Angel Mind
Yeah,
Freak. Is that who it was?
Yeah, Mind Freak.
Yeah. And fucking, I used to watch his card trick videos on YouTube all the time. When he used to go up to the public and do like a card trick and then just walk away. Was that him?
Yeah. Well, that's probably, you're probably thinking of David Blaine as well.
Is that David? Anyway,
They both sort of started
the card tricks in public.
Or
Kind of thing.
just the era of street magic.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole section of, if you look into magic, street magic pretty much started with them televising it. Because then people started realizing, okay, you don't need a stage and a top hat and the traditional tricks to go out and freak people out.
You can wearing jeans and a t-shirt and go freak people
exactly.
out.
And no one had really seen that before. Just suddenly going, pick a card, do a trick, and walk away.
It's so true, though.
Yeah.
It's so true.
That pretty much started with them. And now it's not
such a massive thing, man.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to see people...
Magician down Rundle Mall, fucking
and
swallowing fire and shit.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's huge, but... Yeah, just... I don't know, yeah, there was just something about it. And even just the... Like, I enjoy collecting cards.
Okay,
which sounds weird, but...
What, like playing cards?
Yeah, like normal playing cards.
Okay, see, I collect Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I completely understand that.
I've got a massive collection, bro. Like, it's kind of unholy how much I have.
I bet.
Like, I have over, like, probably, like, 3,000 cards.
Fuck off.
Serious.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like, a fucking shitload, man.
But
Like, I've been collecting them since I was young.
When you have doubles, though?
Yes, so many.
Oh, okay.
I got a dark...
I was going to say, how many different... like cards are there to collect?
It's fucked. There's actually that many. It's ridiculous. Like, I have the original Dark Magician card. Only found out probably about a year ago. They sell for $80. I got 4 of them in perfect condition. Yeah.
And Dark Magician, who's he?
Dark Magician's
You're gonna have to explain Yu-Gi-Oh to a simple term.
Dark Magician is the most iconic character in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
You've probably seen pictures of it. I'll get it up because Dark Magician is like, you'll see a picture and you'll be like, fuck, I know this geezer.
Okay.
Alright. Dark Magician is Yu-Gi-Moto's most iconic card, and it's like his main card that he goes to if he's ever in trouble. You know how like the cartoon shows how they're in trouble and they always pull out their fucking like their best thing. This is his
needs
best
the
thing.
ace up his sleeve.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. This is him.
Dark Magician. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, everyone knows Dark Magician.
Takes me back,
dude.
Wow.
I know, man. They got it all on Netflix, and I'm watching. All
really?
Yeah, I'm currently watching all of it.
Wow.
But Josh,
and you got what? 4 of them?
Huh?
And you got 4.
I got 4 of them. Of the original that card there, I got about 4 of them.
Are you gonna keep them or?
I don't know. I've been thinking about selling 3 and keeping 2.
You should do a competition.
Should I?
Giveaway.
First person to subscribe to the channel. All right, Josh. I think it's time.
Let's get into it.
You ready?
I'm super nervous.
Dude, I'm nervous, and I love fucking spicy shit. You know, it's crazy to think about. I should have opened this beforehand. I don't know how to do it. There we go. I found it. It's crazy to think about. I love my spicy food.
Yeah.
Jesse, the last one we had, he dealt with it better than I did.
Yeah, dude, I noticed that.
I was fucked. I was fucked. And I eat spicy shit all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I went out of my way and I bought fucking $50 worth of hot sauces, which were meant to come today, but they didn't come.
Oh, wow.
And like, yeah, it's crazy.
Shit.
All right.
But I'm really nervous because I love spicy food just because.
Bro,
No,
that's
really
spicy, man.
Fuck's sake.
How much are we having?
It's got to be a decent amount.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, shit. Again, I'm uncomfortable. I'll do it. I'm uncomfortable with mee goreng, the fucking spice on that.
I found that crazy. By the way, thank you to McDonald's for the nuggets.
Oh yeah, you need like a chicken sponsor.
Bro, I put so much on.
Yeah.
Is that about the same? Oh my god, you're a nutcase. Cheers, dude.
Alright.
Fuck.
Oh, it's so shit already. No, really?
That hits you straight away. Bro, my face has just gone hot.
It got my tongue instantly.
Bro, that's not good. Oh my god. That's so much worse than the other one. Worse. Bro.
Can you feel your tongue?
That's so much. Oh my god. That's so much worse than the other one.
What are you doing? You're a madman. Nah, that's bad. See you later, mate.
I'm going to pass out.
Dude, that's bad.
Oh my god.
No, that's really bad. Why'd you have more?
Because I'm mad. Oh, bro, I can't even talk.
Yeah, dude.
That is so much worse. Bro, that is so much worse than... That's so much worse than the other one.
Nah, wait. That's bad. That's really bad.
That's really bad. Alright. Thank you for watching the Spit Shit podcast. We'll be back next week with some more.
Thanks, guys. Oh,
Thank you, Josh, for coming in today and putting his life on the line for One's Wicked Temptation. See you later. Peace.
yeah.
Oh, that's fucked. That's so
Dude.
much worse, man.